Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Kyle lied. Oh, okay, I lied too. We're not in a...
I didn't lie. I didn't tell her.
We're not in a capsule hotel. We are in fact in a hostel. But this... Hold on. Drugs. But when we were looking for places, we did look specifically for hostels because we've grown to like hostels. And there weren't any availabilities, right? So I said, hey, why not look at capsule hotels? It'll be interesting. And this place popped up under capsule hotels. So go figure, I don't know. It's called the how do you say it?
Guest House Fete.
Yeah, so we're at Guest House Fete. Here we go. It's a little nondescript on the outside, but so far, these guys are awesome. They're very friendly. They asked what they could call us by name. Last night we made gyoza. We'll insert pictures. And every morning they also will make you breakfast for about 400 yen. And it's a Japanese breakfast. It's got miso soup, tamago kake gohan, which we have made a video of, right there, and water. Well, we got water. But it was really filling. I am full. I can't eat the carbs every day, but that was a good breakfast. Kyle, do you have anything you want to add?
It was good.
Let's get Kyle's reaction on the place.
I didn't lie. I just didn't tell her it wasn't a capsule hotel.
Screw you.
Overall, for the price, for the location, I mean, it's about a 15-minute walk to the nearest train station and about 20 minutes to Skytree, so that's not too bad. Price-wise, for the two of us, for just beds, it's $168 for 3 nights. So that's not too bad. I mean, you're paying a lot more in a single hotel for one room. Mm-hmm. Again, I love the environment. I love the fact that the staff is just so friendly, and the fact that they have these events. Like last night, the gyoza thing was very entertaining. It cost us 500 yen per person, but hey, we had an experience. Mm-hmm. Again, overall, place is fairly kept up. It's typical hostel, so I mean there's not much that's impressive about it, but I
think the impressiveness is just the staff.
Well, staff and location.
Yeah,
staff and location. Yeah, but yeah, everything's very low-key, so it's a very nice place to be. Again, very nondescript. You have to know you want to look for it. Usually there's a sign out front. Right now there's a sign that says Guest House Fete, which is very tiny, but if you know what to look for, you can find it.
So what is on the agenda for Tuesday? I think we're going to go to Tokyo Station first. When we get to Tokyo Station, we'll tell you a little bit more about Tokyo Station because it is really interesting. And then we'll go from there. So we'll see you guys in a little bit. So we finally made it to Tokyo Station. Tokyo Station. Okay, so now for the history of Tokyo Station. In 1885, this place was actually commissioned by the city board because they needed a central hub for all the trains to come through. And construction started not long after that. In 1808, though, with the first Sino-Japanese War and the Russia-Japanese War, construction was stopped. It was finally opened in 1914, and it essentially has the same facade that it did then. So in May of 1945, the building was actually damaged because of firebombing, obviously World War II. The dome structures that you see down there, and there's one behind Kyle over there, those were actually damaged in the firebombing. Within a year or so, The domes were replaced by a more angular building structure that was able to it gave it a roof. The problem was with that, this actually got confused a lot of times with the Central Terminal in Amsterdam. I've been there. They do kind of look similar. In 1980, it was almost decided that this place was going to be torn down, but a preservation movement actually kept it from being destroyed. So in 2009, they refurbished it again, and that's when they fit the new roofs back on, especially just the new domes. As you can tell, it's made out of brick and essentially some type of stone. I was trying to think. And it's built kind of in a neo-Gothic style. At least that's what I've heard. But, as you can see, it's 3 stories tall. At one point after the World War II, it was only 2 stories tall because they just had to get it back open. And at one point there was actually an assassination here, or an assassination attempt. I'm not 100% sure which one it was, but Tokyo Station is really cool. So let's go to Kyle and see what he thinks. What do you think?
Well, as a fan of trains, I like the fact that Tokyo Station serves more than 3,000 trains daily. It is one of the busiest stations. We've gone through Shinjuku, and that's a whole lot busier as far as people, but trains-wise, this covers a lot more trains, including a lot of Shinkansen lines, again, on a daily basis. For a station that is, as much history as it has, I like the fact that it's still fairly maintained in the same shape, although if you take a look at the front, that's only, the facade of it. There's a whole lot more behind the scenes and down below us. But I mean, for one of the main stations in, Japan, it's still pretty great.
Now, one more fun fact. This little area right behind me is actually the Imperial entrance. It is not used by anybody else, but when the Emperor and his family come through, this is where they go in. So I think it's also used by dignitaries when they come in because it's supposed to be safer. But this is Tokyo Station. We can finally check it off the bucket list.
So one other thing that we want to add to the Tokyo Station information is that this is usually ground zero for a lot of the train lines, pretty much all the train lines in Japan. There's another place in Tokyo called Nihonbashi where that is the central mile marker for anything distance-wise in Japan. So if you see things that are like 50 or 100 kilometers away, that's usually from Nihonbashi. Because again, whereas like in the States where you have mile markers that start over at the state lines, here it's more of the central location of Nihonbashi, and again that's for distance. For trains, it's usually Tokyo Station.
Okay, so we walked from Tokyo Station to the Imperial Palace. Imperial Palace!
Over there somewhere.
Yeah, that stone wall is essentially the palace. Straight down that way is Tokyo Station. They are literally that close to each other. I did not realize this last year. But we essentially walked down you kind of want to say promenade. I could be wrong, but we believe that's how they get the imperial family from station to palace really quickly. They don't have to worry about traffic or anything. They just roll down the middle. But yeah, let's go see the palace.
So we tried to visit the Imperial Palace. There's a bit of a way to get inside. Apparently, to go inside, from what we understand, you have to be part of a guided tour. The guided tour is only in Japanese, so I mean, if you understand it, great. If not, then you're just kind of going along with the ride. The good thing is that the admission to the palace is free. The bad side is that you have to be part of a group, and the group is limited to 300 people on a first-come, first-served basis. On top of that, the tickets are only distributed at 8:30 and at noon. The tour lasts about 2 hours. It is currently 12:15, so we just missed the deadline for the group tickets. So we're going to come back another day and try to figure that out, try to get in. But yeah, so free tickets and part of a group.
And we're also hungry.
And we're also hungry.
Yep. So finally, after much searching and I think about trying to bite each other's heads off, we found food at the Shake Shack. The Shake Shack. Yeah, Shake Shack. If you don't know this place, it started in New York, and I do not know when they decided to open one over here in Tokyo. But it's in Tokyo. We're actually still fairly near to Tokyo Station. Pros! It was good. They were American-style burgers. And they were really good. Did I say they were good? How were they good? Cons. The amount of food we ordered cost us about 5,000 yen, so 50-ish dollars. I thought it was worth it because we got the Shack Stack, 2 milkshakes. Kyle got the flavor of the month, which was nanner pudding, and cheese fries. So for the amount of food, it was a little expensive, but this is more upscale than like McDonald's. So I thought it was good. Kyle, do you have any words you would like to add? No? Okay, I think he's suffering from the itis. So we're gonna go walk. I think we're actually going to head over to Nihonbashi, and we'll see you guys there. Bye! So we have finally made it to Nihonbashi. Kyle, if you would do a pan, please. Okay, so we're only about a maybe 20-minute walk from Tokyo Station, and it's actually really nice here. Things to know about Nihonbashi. Since the 17th century, there has always been a bridge here on this site. Since 1911, this new bridge design has been here. Interesting facts about the area is the fact that since the Edo period, this has been a big shopping area, like huge. The expressway that you can see right here above us was built in 1964 because of the Summer Olympics that came to Tokyo, which they will be hosting again in 2020. We'll insert a picture right here of mile marker 0 that starts pretty much all the distances for here in Japan.
Where is it?
It's right over there. Literally, it's there is a post up in between the two sides of the bridge here, but it's also on the ground over there in the middle of the road, indicating mile marker 0. But that's the interesting facts. Kyle, what do you want to say?
I don't have anything.
Okay, Kyle has nothing. Hiccups! So yeah, Kyle's got nothing to say on this fantastically fabulous, cool old bridge. But what's really cool is on either side of the bridge, on the other side, there are some sakura trees blooming. And over here, we can actually see a good shot of the river. I think what's really cool about this river is they do some boat tours, I believe.
There's one.
There's a boat tour. Oh, look, a boat tour. So,
right there.
Kyle will point it out. But so they do some boat tours. We don't know how much they cost or what exactly they cover, but we can always find out on another trip. This area is really old and really cool and really noisy. So we'll see you guys in the next clip.
So, to round out the day, we hopped a train to go a few kilometers to Ginza, which is right down from Nihonbashi. I mean, it's like right down the street from it. While in Ginza, just a window shop because it's a big fashion district. There's a lot of stuff that's pretty expensive here. What?
And rich.
And rich. Very rich area. We just found out that we're less than a kilometer away from Tsukiji and Tsukiji Market, which is that way. To give you a good idea about which direction we're going, you can turn around, you see the gigantic bank building over there with the clock tower on it.
There you are. Yeah.
Go that way then.
Ah, stop pushing me.
There you go.
Annoying.
So, there's a big tower with a clock on it, right outside the Ginza station. We're going that way.
Do you like tuna?
Tuna's good.
They sell a very expensive tuna here.
Duh.
Alright, let's go! So, Tsukiji was a bust. We're actually going now to a sakura viewing area, and we've come across that famous building right there. What's really cool about that building is it's actually a very, very modular design, and it's based on capsule hotels. So, if we'll point up there again, all the little things with circles in it are the apartments. And if you ever need to take one out, you literally just pull it out and you can put a new one right back in. So it's very much like, what, a Lego or a Tinko toy or something like that.
Sort of.
Yeah. But yeah, I was always wondering where this was, and now we found it. So we're finally at the end of our Tuesday here in Tokyo, and we decided we were going to go to Skytown underneath Tokyo Skytree, which we visited yesterday, to have some dinner, because it's like an entire mall, which is really cool. We went to a place called Toriton, which is a kaiten sushi restaurant. Insert right there. Yeah. And all the plates range from about 130 yen to 600 yen. We had about 12 plates between the two of us, and we paid about like 3,000 yen. So it wasn't horrible, but I mean, if you want to go on a budget, you might not want to eat there. The food was well worth it though, and I would go back earlier in the evening. Just, we were there right at closing time, so. Kyle, do you have anything you want to add? So we're walking down just this really cool hallway, pathway thing, and we're gonna probably head back to our hostel and sleep for the night because we're exhausted. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye!